Good morning. Start off the day by knocking over my water bottle. Thankfully, it's a closed water bottle. How's everyone doing? Hopefully everyone is good. Franco is either here or asleep, but Gerald is here. Morning, Gerald. Yeah, let's move some of this crap away. This is Arduino-y stuff. This goes up on the shelf. This goes Arduino-y stuff. Got something special today. I have the PCBs for the I2C scanner, so we can try working on that video. I really want to do this video. Yeah, no coffee. I want to do this video, but this will require a little bit more effort. So we're going to do the I2C. And keep the ideas coming, by the way. Since I can do 2 sponsored PCB videos per month, let's see if we can sort of hit that. Because I can use whatever income I can use. Also, if you follow me on social media, that is Blue Sky or Instagram, or if you'll listen to the podcast when I post it later today, it's recorded, it's not edited, you'll know that I've taken some steps to try to learn some skills that might score me a job. I started let me just move this. I'm still moving stuff. I started a full stack developer course. And the course is like online, at your own pace type thing. But it's from freecodecamp.org. And they're like a charity. And apparently it's good. It's a good course. The course will eventually be certified according to them. Don't know about that, but I am interested in certification, but I'm most interested in becoming more comfortable with coding. So yeah, during the course of that, I'm going to be learning, well, mostly it's HTML, then CSS, then front-end stuff, then Python, and then, oh no, sorry, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, front-end stuff, Python, and then databases and stuff. So I am I'm doing a push. Let me see if I can get this down. I'm doing a push on social media to keep myself honest, keep myself active. So on Blue Sky and on Instagram, every day that I do the course, do progress in the course, I post my progress. And on the podcast episode that'll be coming in early access today, I ask my viewers that if they are doing some learning, they should also post, you know, when they've got it accomplished. Even if they do something, you know, once a week, that's fine. As long as you're making progress, you should post your progress. We should encourage each other and get this done. More knowledge is more better. Always. Why is this hot? Was my coffee just there? I think it was. Okay. I think I'm good. My camera was a little warm. That's why I was like a little weirded out. So yeah, if you guys are doing stuff like, even if you're following like a video tutorial while I go get my PCBs, even if you're following a video tutorial and you followed, you know, 1 video a week, I think you should post that. Just my opinion. The other thing that is weird about the other thing we have to deal with today is the I2C scanner. It has a weird quirk. It compiled, no problem here, but I sent the code to Gerald in chat, and it didn't compile for him. And then he got AI to fix it. And then he sent it to me, and it doesn't compile for me. So I don't know what's going on. Also, I'm just going to update to the latest IDE. What I'm thinking is I will, let me install this shit. I will see if I can ask AI to remake it without libraries. I just want a standalone PyPico. Like, if it can bit bang, that would be even better. Let me just report back to my wife. A recruiting service trying to get me to move out west. No, thank you. You couldn't figure it out? Yeah. Well, me neither. Okay, I checked all my libraries were up to date. So that's not it. So we'll see here. Okay. That's good. So I'm updating the libraries in the background while we do this. But let's take a look at these bad boys. Okay, they're in this nice vacuum bags. With a nice salt packet that you get to eat. Claude suggested you remove the constructor. Yeah, I don't know, man. AI is great, but you can't think of it as a one and done thing. It's like a constant. It's constantly you have to work at it. All right, so what do we got here? So let's see if we're gonna be able to set up our stuff properly. Looks like we have to solder in the OLED first. No, not first. The AMS 1117 has to go first. Hold on, let me see here. I2C scanner, this bad boy. Just see if I got the orientation correct. So it'll sit like this. So that needs to go on before the Pi. So this has to go on first. And then, so this has to be a socket. You have no choice. Because you won't be able to solder the Pi. This has to be socketed. I like the idea of socketing anyways. Okay, so that's socketed, and then the Pi. Pi can be socketed as well. I put the mounting hole here, but the Pi is going to go over it. This isn't well thought out now, is it? Oh, I haven't gotten the Stemma QT. We can't do a video on this. I didn't get these connectors yet. Okay, regardless, let's check what the values of the caps were supposed to be. So let me open KiCad. What does it show me? KiCad 9. KiCad 8. I mean, it should be 9. Mind me later. Open recent. Escort C. KiCad. Headers make it bulkier, but repairable and usable. Yeah, me too. I agree. Okay. Screen, schematic. They're just caps. I think you just need one cap per. You don't need two. So let's install that. AMS 1117, which I have. I don't have a lot of, but I have some. I just thought of something. Is this 5? No, it's 3.3. That was close. Okay, that fits on there. And then 2 caps, and we'll see if this works. Do I have any devices with quick connectors? I think if I dig far enough, yes. But I don't know if I have any. We'll take a look. We'll take a look after. At the moment, let's just get this soldered up. Oh, I just yeeted the AMS 1117. Okay. Maybe I'll solder on the caps first. Where is my SMT box? There it is. Let me grab some caps. I can also just check where my shipment is. Let me see. Because I think it cleared customs. Count. Track order. August 27 was leaving origin country. Oops. Also, how the hell am I going to hand solder these quick connectors? Look how... I really should have got a solder stencil. Oh well. I can also leave them AliExpress back up to speed. Yeah, I think so. Don't forget there's fewer shipments going to the States though. So that does affect shipping to us. All right, so let's solder on. You think I can hand solder the quick connectors? I mean, I'll certainly try. So these are 47 microfarad, kind of arbitrary. My hands are steadier. Yeah, these are small pads. I mean, I'll try. Okay, that's tacked. It's a bit crooked. You know what, I'll just tack it, and then I can just reflow it if I really want to. More tea. Give it. I did some coding this morning, some learning to code this morning, Gerald. So if you go over to Blue Sky, you'll be able to see my latest post. I posted there. Day 4. Blue Sky is my preferred social media, if anybody's wondering. I should check it more often, but it is a little dead compared to some other social medias. It's because I don't follow enough people. Okay, this is pre-reflow. A little bit of a mess. Not too bad. Don't forget, I am, so my eyes are more than this distance, more than, well, here. On my scale. From 23 inches down to 8. 8 minus 23. Or 23 minus 8. So more than 15 inches away. Big difference. Oh, that needs to go up. This should be enough. Gonna let this cool. Discolored my mat here. Eventually I'll have like a reflow bench over on that side. I have the bench and I have the silicone mat. The only thing I'm missing is the microscope set up over there. Looks a little bit better with the reflow. Perfect. So now if we connect 5 volts in ground, we should get 3.3 out of the AMS 1117. You know what? We might make this one with all pin headers. And then do the final assembly with minimal pin headers for the video. People really don't like pin headers. Okay, so let's test this. So how do I do this? If I put 5 volts, hang on here. I think this is the 5 volt here. Yeah, this is the 5 volts down here. And then ground must be this pin over here. Hey Franco, welcome. Okay, so let's... How do I do this without exploding everything? I think maybe the best thing to do is to put the pie on it. Because I think if I put the pie then I can just plug USB and then we can measure the 3.3. Let's do that. Let's put the these 4 female here. So I need what? 4 and... Franco, do you do social media at all or just YouTube? Just YouTube? Gotcha. Started a course, taking a course. And I'm posting about it on social media to keep me honest and keep me doing the course. So far, I've done 4 days in a row. The end goal is not to do four days. Like, it's not to do 7 days a week, but it's certainly a potential. You know what? I'm going to use blue tack. And so I'm just encouraging everyone to go check out my Blue Sky or Instagram posts. And because the more people see it, the more I'll be tempted to keep doing it, and the better I will be overall. The course is in full stack development. So HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and then Python eventually. Might be a little bit crooked. That's okay. Okay, so this will sit this way. There we go. It's also a free course, which is really nice. So this can go, because all my pin assignments are going to be transferred over. You know nothing about any of that. Yeah, that's fine. It's modern languages. The goal is hopefully to get skills that'll get me a job, whether that be on my own or at a company. I'm taking a little bit of my destiny into my own hands, as they say. The thing is, I started writing a course for people at first it was going to be about Arduino, but I was like, no, this is stupid, just microcontrollers in general then. And And there's going to be some Arduino in it, obviously. And then the reason I started writing the course, because I've always wanted to, and I've started at different points, is because I'm like, look, AI exists. And at this point, you'd have to be an idiot not to use it to your advantage. So what I'm doing is I'm writing out my course and then using AI to tell me if it understood what I meant, if it was written clearly, this kind of stuff. So I'm not using AI's output, but I just want to make sure that if there's an easier way to explain it, that it tells me, so I can make essentially the best product I can. And these courses are going to be obviously video, and there's going to be it's like a reading version on my website. So I was thinking, since we have AI, it's here. AI already pirated all the documents needed to do everything pretty much. You'd be stupid not to use it. But then I was like, wait, there's these courses that you can do to become a developer, and they're free. So you'd be an idiot not to use those to advance yourself. And I was like, well, that means I should be doing developer courses, and then this is what I did. There's also here. Let me show you screen. Let's go here. So this is the website, freecodecamp.org, and here is the full stack developer curriculum. And so if you look, like, it's not done yet. A lot of these things are coming this fall, so very shortly. Python also coming this fall, but it doesn't matter. It takes you so long to get through this. I'm at step 130 or something. I posted on social media. So I'm like here. I'm down here. So I finished basic and semantic HTML, and I'm down to the forms and tables. But it takes you so long to get through this. Look, this is 214 steps. CSS has 1156. JavaScript has 918. Front-end libraries, up until the point where we're at, it has 185, so there'll be way more before it's done. So I'm hoping that by the time I get there, I will have, they'll have moved and completed it. So that's nice. Where was I going with this? Oh yeah, also, youtube.com, Free Code Camp, freecodecamp.org. They have courses on their YouTube.
Welcome to the
on their YouTube channel. If you go popular. So even if I get to a point where I am stuck, I don't have enough whatever to go by, they have all of these things. And what's really cool is they have this one, a 24-hour computer science course. So it's the full Harvard curriculum of computer science, so CS50, 24 hours of lecture, almost 25 hours of lectures. So I've got plenty of stuff I can learn. That's not a problem. And like a lot of these things they're like super cool. Like C is one I want to do, or C++ is one I want to do. Python is one I want to do, the CS50. So essentially, yes, I am doing this, and Blue Sky. I don't know if you can access Blue Sky without an account. You can. Simpletronics. There I am. And so this is what I post. So here it's day 4 of who knows how long of learning to code. Proud of progress today. I did do good progress. I'm done 2 submodules inside the HTML module, still lots to learn. And then I keep tagging them. So yeah. So this is what it looks like. I'm at 134 out of 214. Here's another CS50. Why do they have 2 CS50? Full Computer Science University course. Oh, 2023. Oh, this one's newer. That's good. How many more CS50s do they have? One year ago. This is the most recent. So yeah, CS50. That's the goal, is to do all these things slowly but surely. Did I have a screw up? No. Oh, thank God. I was like, these things are not available, but it's because I can flip this way. This is actually the way it goes. So ground, VCC, SCK, Good. I mean, this is coded. This should work. Let's see what happens if I plug it in. Oh yeah. Okay, so that's good. It does work. So now I should be able to plug stuff in here, but I need to put pins on here because that's the whole gist, is we need to select 3.3 or 5 volts. This is quite ugly with this big thing, but I think this being on pin headers is fine, and this one being shorter is better. So I think the OLED you should solder directly in. C is very fussy about brackets, and yeah, which is good. That's fine. I like C for the simple reason that it's like nearly bare metal. It's not machine code, but it's close. It's like incredibly efficient and quick. And I know it's more complicated. I know it's harder. But that's not the point here. The point is, if I get fixated on something, I need to do that something. So let's see if we're getting our 3.3. Volts. Where is ground? It's a good question. Second pin. We're getting our 3.3, and we're getting our 5. So that's from the USB. That there is from our 3.3 volt. We also have another 3.3 volt down here. Should be a different 3.3. The Pi has a 3.3. Ground. Oh, that wasn't even a ground. Whoopsies. This is the ground. So ground, this is our 3.3. Yeah, 3.381. There's our 5 volt. And then there's another 3.3 right here. Yep, so we have two 3.3s. Amiga uses C. So because I do Arduino, Arduino is mostly C++. And so that's what that's what I want to learn. So this now functions. The thing is, I don't have my quick connectors. So that's kind of a shame. Get out of there. This I'll probably put a set of male headers and a set of female headers. Yeah, what am I going to do about... Well, mounting this, I can clip this in. That's not a problem. And the OLED's like this. So that's like this. And then I have wires coming off the top here. That's pretty simple. Yeah, what am I going to do about these quick connectors? So let's take a look to see if there's something I could rob the quick connectors off of. But I don't think so. I don't know if there's anything I'm willing to steal them off of. Like, I have micros, so I know that there should be one. Oh, there isn't one on the Tiny Pico. Nope. Little tiny display. I found these things also, by the way. I had bought these NRF micros. N52840, whatever that is. NRF 52840. So I added them to the box. What is this? D1 Mini, no Stemma QTs. Tiny little ESP with display. The cutest little display you've ever seen. None on this. None on these. You think Adafruit would have one on their board, no? They don't. Nothing on there. Maybe I don't even have one I can rob. Not on the Arduino. Oh wait, maybe on the legit. Hold on. Just make sure not on here. Also, I've re-upped on these RP2040 zeros, so there's some more coming in the mail. Just looking through the box. Maybe on the Beetle? Nope. Nope. And then on the NRF. Weird that I don't have anything with them. Like nothing. So that's R3. There's one. Yeah, it should work. But I'd like to practice soldering. So the problem is, this is a legit R4 Wi-Fi. This is also a legit R4 minima. The problem is, Quick is pretty recent. Okay. Why would this minima not have this? This seems like an affront to makers. Like, it's so minima that you didn't want to put a quick connector. That's a bit of an insult. Here's a non-legit one. So I could steal this one. It just feels wasteful because I have some coming in the mail. And they were not expensive, by the way. So that minima, the fact that it doesn't have that quick connector, I think 20 of them was $2 Canadian. So can you imagine if you're buying them on a reel in 10,000 quantities or more, it's probably like under a cent. Oh, whoops. I unplugged my Arduino, but it's still plugged in. Let's put that back in. Okay, so that is as far as we can go with that. So I guess what we should do, drives you nuts, especially now the nano version is out with the quick connectors. Oh, come on. Oh, also, I got my, I re-upped on some fishing worms. And these are supposed to be the O-rings for them. But I think they're too big. Bear with me here a moment, folks. I know you guys probably don't care about fishing. Serious oversight, especially since they are touting the minima as a dev system for the Nano. Oof. I just want to check that these O-rings fit on these worms. So this is a worm O-ring tool. I don't know if you guys know about this stuff. So you put your O-rings, you'll stack like, whatever, 20 of them on here. And you take your worm. Smells like shit. Perfect. Worm goes in like that. Then you slide your O-ring up and over. I just want to make sure it's the right size. So like that. Oh, it's not bad. That's not bad. I'm, a good friend of mine and I are going to go fishing maybe this weekend. By the way, I've got news that I'm not working as a mechanic this week anymore. Like, I finished my week. Which means that can't live stream tomorrow. I've got a doctor's appointment, and by doctors I mean eye doctor. The only reason I have that appointment is because I pay out of pocket for an eye doctor. Thanks, Ontario. And then Friday, if I don't go up fishing, then I will do a live stream. I'm essentially committing as much as I can to doing live streams. Okay, should I roll it up the end? Yeah, I should roll it up the end. I don't know if I should stretch them like this, though. Or should they stay on the non-stretched side? Maybe I'll leave them in the non-stretched side, but then I can only store like 5 of them. There we go. There, fully loaded. They're a little bit small for these worms, but I get it. It works. There we go. Loaded. Yeah, they might deform. These are expensive, by the way. They are about 25 cents each. And you'll ruin them very quickly. All right. So I guess the next thing to do, something I don't feel like doing, but we should do, is this guy. So make examples, probably using AI, and then, yeah, what do you want? You're going to release them. It's either that or we edit a video, because this works. This has been prototyped. It does work. So that's good, but we can't really do the boards yet because missing the quick connectors. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, I got 11 boards again. So one of these might have a weird silk screen. Or there was just that much room in the process. By the way, it has not stopped being awesome to get physical boards made. You'd think you'd get tired of it, but no sir, no ma'am. I have not. So this goes back in here. And this time, I'm going to label this. I squared C scanner. Okay, that can go there. Excuse me, I'm like hiccuping. My wife asked me if I was going to do some of my coding, like learning coding on stream. Oh, what'd you retract, Gerald? Okay, so let's make some examples. Okay. I am trying to make simple examples of all the functions of this device. The PWM tester. Do I have a PWM tester? Do you mean like one that I made, or you mean this thing? Where the hell is it? I have a little device. Yeah, that's fine. Did I make a PWM tester? Or do you mean like my adjustable PWM driver, I guess? Oh yeah, so P and tech touch button. I think that was what it was. Tindy. Oh, the servo tester. Yeah. Gotcha. Yeah, because it's all code, right? You can do anything you want. Touch button. Well, hold on a minute here. Oh, here, DNN Tech. That's what it is. Smallest Arduino with USB-C, touch sensor, and LED. Just interested. Okay, I mean, I guess it's small. Let's see what it does. I don't know if it's going to... I don't know if this is going to work. You have tiny touch sensors that fit in a bottle cap, touch, battery, and a string of LEDs in bottle. Looks good. Touch the cap. Oh, that's pretty neat. Did you... Product page. Oh. Uh-oh. So Tindy must have a no robots. They don't want you to pull from there. Okay. We can't use Claude, but I think ChatGPT will overrule that. Yeah, this is good. Is it possible to break out each function of the switch into specific working examples that people unfamiliar with code can modify to suit their purposes? I actually don't know if I should. I don't know if this is the right way to go about this. First of all, does this work? We need to get that figured out. Like, is this proper? If I go here, I'm not sure if I'm really the person to do this. I kind of feel like I'll be doing a disservice having doubts now. Because the problem is, first of all, I have to test all these to see if it works. And yeah. But the thing is, I want to provide more. Hang on a sec. I can test these. I'll just have to take a quick washroom break. But I guess what I'm trying to say, which I'm not articulating very well because I've been up since 6 this morning, so I can do some coding. Is I really want my video to provide some value to the end user, person watching the video. And I think I can do that by providing the examples. Problem is, I don't 100% understand the examples. So it's really hard to make a video on something and just wave away the examples. Right? But anyways, let me have a think about it. I'm just going to go to the washroom and we'll figure it out together if need be. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. Full-size keyboard would be fun. Yes. I think because we've done some modifications, right? So we've done this. To get a random color every time. So that works. So let's test the code that he sent. And by he, I mean ChatGPT. So let's see what we got. So we have the I2C address from before. So include wire. So let's grab this. Oh yeah, is my IDE done updating? No. This IDE is actually horrible. So what, are we just going to do this the whole time? Whatever. New sketch. PyPico, that's good. Okay, so we're going to name this. Save as. New folder. DN Tech Touch. And then we're going to call it, hang on a sec, set touch color. Set touch color. Save. All right. Yeah, I know. It's this thing is horrible. Let's see what Jay Paytay is saying about this. Python 3. So I don't know anything about Python, which is pretty exciting because I'm going to eventually. All right, so we need the address. So if we open up our previous file, open recent, touch button, we'll know our address. Which was 0x14, so just hex value 14. Okay, so let's see if this will actually function. Now, I have the Pico is plugged in. should be able to hit the boot. Where's the boot? There we go. Let's see if we can just grab it. RP2040. Are you serious? Is it because this thing is stuck updating? Are you kidding me? I'm gonna shut down the IDE completely and reopen it. Okay, no. Spray by Pico. It's not showing on the serial port. So let me unplug it then. Something is making a high-pitched whine in my workshop and I don't know what it is. Let's plug it in directly into the USB. And it should show now. Oh wait, you don't need a serial port for Pi. I forgot about that. All right, so let's see if it compiles. Yeah, what's it supposed to be? Green, full green. Okay, so that should be good. Let me bring it onto my workbench, like so. So the touch color should now be green. You ready for this? Green. So that does work. Good. Now what happens if I disconnect the I2C and I disconnect the power? Get out of there. And then I reconnect the power. It retains it. All right, now I don't remember which pins were which. So that works. Hang on a sec here. If I go back to screen, there's nowhere that we set the I2C. Interesting. How does it know? How does it know what wires I had? Because if I open my open recent touch button, oh, I don't have it here either. Uh, four and five. Is that my default or is that the default? Okay, well, regardless, that works. So let's see now. That means I can explain this. So that means if this works, then we're good. So let's make another one. New sketch. What's the... Okay, touch color, set no touch color. Save as. Set no touch. Okay, I'm gonna copy this code. Dim red. This is well documented too, so this is good. I like this. Default for PyPico on Arduino IDE. Excellent. Well, thank you for that. All right, so hit the boot, plug her in, and we will upload. So no touch should be red now, but dim. Oh no, we didn't set the address. 14. Stop, 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 cancel, stop, cancel, upload. I wasn't set to live chat. You know what? The creator should default to live chat. I don't get what the issue is here. Uh-oh. It failed. Let's try again. Upload. Yeah, it should stay how you said it. But this way, Google has more control over what you do. All right. So now, so the no touch should be dim red, and the touch should be green from before. Does that look like red? Well, it's red. Is it dim? I don't know. Okay, well, that's good. You can't scroll down anymore when YouTube is on full screen. What? That's weird. Okay, so that works. So that definitely works. Hang on, I gotta sneeze. All right, I'm back. Just checking my emails real quick. Nope, good. So the other one is detecting a press, right? Over here, set sensitivity. I think, you know what? I think I'm just going to make sure it compiles. File, new, file, save as, touch, set. One X14, verify. Okay, that worked. New sketch. Look how powerful AI is. I would have no idea how to use this. Right, verify. Oops. Did it save as this weird? I should have given it a name. So what is this one? Read button status. Save as. Touch. There we go, that works. And then change I2C address. Save. And then paste. Oh, shit, I didn't change the default address. Yeah, these are all okay. Let me add a comment. Change this to your I2C address. Mine shipped as 0x14, but use an I2C scanner sketch to confirm. So I'm gonna do that, Control S, this, Control V, Control S, this, V, Control S, this, Control V, Control S, and then this, Control V, Control S. There we go. So that's good. Let's pop that all in a GitHub then. And then that's good. So all this stuff will have to go into my GitHub. I guess I can do it. I'll just do it off screen. Sadly. GitHub. Oops. Sign in. Home. How do I make a repo again? New. DNN Tech. Capacitive button. Oh, there's no ampersand allowed. Interesting. A few examples that you can use with your DNN Tech capacitive touch I2C buttons. Add README on. Create repo. README. Edit the README. Here is the URL of the Tindy store to buy some, not affiliated. I'll give you guys the URL in a second here. This one. Use these AI generated but verified examples to use your button as the examples on the store page are beyond my comprehension. The default I2C address that was shipped with my specific buttons was 0x14, but you should use I2C scanner to get yours, since they are programmable. Commit changes. Sure. Gotta sneeze again. Jesus. All right, I'm back. So here is the GitHub link. Weather is being silly again. 24C, bright sunshine, and heavy rain. Oh, interesting. We need heavy rain here. Okay, upload files. Let me go. Let me go upload my files. I think it's in Documents, Arduino. Yeah, all these. Commit changes. There we go. Okay, so that's done. Now the question is, do I want to make a cool project to show off the capabilities of this? Probably not. So 4 and 5, if I disconnect this, so this button yeah, okay. So I can use this one. This one is green and blue. And the other one has been modified with our code. Okay, this is what's screaming at me. This shitty USB power supply. These things really need to be in the trash. Okay. So plug this back in to my power supply. So it says, you say up to me, but I guess, yeah, I guess it is up to me. I'll just make, yeah, come on. Have this off to the side. Don't need to solder anything. Can be a short video. Doesn't need to be a lot of substance, I guess, to it. Is it coffee time again, though? I believe it's coffee time again. And then we'll record the video. It's 10, right? It's 10, so we'll have 2 hours to record a video, which is pretty long. We don't really need that long. I might switch to the macro lens for these because these are tiny. Soldered a little bit crooked. See that? That one's straight. A little bit of hand assembly charm. They are very cool devices. So yeah, this lens that I have on the camera isn't very good close up. It's on, it's off. So we'll probably swap this lens for my macro lens, and then we'll go from there. All right. So speaking of which, I'm gonna go get some coffee. Be right back. And I am back. Oh yeah, I've got some lens caps as well that I bought from AliExpress. Let's see what I have. I don't know if I think I should have ordered more than this, but whatever. Crinkly ass plastic. These are all lens caps for the back of the lens. Oh, they're counterfeit too. I didn't realize that. I thought they were, you know, fitting Nikon. But it says made in Thailand. I can guarantee you I ordered this from China. And there is the Nikon logo. Oopsies. Yeah, this is not legit Nikon. Should have bought some body caps as well. Oh well, it's for a different day. I didn't realize these were counterfeit. Why did I order 10 of these? I don't know. But anyways, let's take this off. So, well, they don't fit super nicely. Put this guy on. Okay, and this goes over here somewhere. So now I open this one and I don't have a body cap. So I didn't do a good job. Should have thought this through. Okay. And now I have like way too many of these lens caps. They need to go upstairs in the camera cabinet. All right, so that's good. That's good. Let's see what this looks like. Live view. Oh yeah, okay, good. Very nice, very sharp, very crisp. Does it follow the focus? Come on, you should be able to focus this close. Yeah, why is it not focusing? I should be in continuous autofocus. What is going on? VR on. Full autofocus. Hang on a moment. Autofocus. Single. No, 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 no. How do I change that to... How do I change this? Hang on a second here. Info. No, it is continuous autofocus. Okay. Auto. Full. I can actually just go to, yeah, full. So manual auto. So that's auto with manual override. Full, VR on. The autofocus switch, that's manual focus. This is autofocus. and then info. That is continuous autofocus. So I, control, white balance, metering, auto AF area mode. Let's go 3D tracking. Okay. Back out of there. And if I go live view, it's in that mode. It's not doing it. The autofocus isn't tracking. Okay. Oh, continuous. Okay, there's a different for different modes. Thank you. It doesn't work though. Auto area. Okay, so there it is. It's in focus. So now it's not focusing. Why is that not focusing? Autofocus mode, continuous. Let's go full time. Okay, it is focusing. Okay. No wonder I've had focus issues. Okay, it's slow, but it does it. Okay, we're good. This is, don't forget, this is not a video camera, it's a picture camera with video capabilities. So you can't expect it to be perfect, which is fine. Okay, I think we're good now. I mean, I only paid, I don't know, a lot. How much did I pay for this? It was used. I got it for a good price, but it was still expensive. Purchase history. I paid. Do I want to say $2,200? It was expensive. Why? Why did I do this? Well, it was better than my other camera anyways. Okay, hopefully it saves those settings. Yeah, 2,200 Canadian pesos. That was a big investment. SD card. Nope. Not that one. Okay, so let me run through on live view. Okay, I'm going to explain like these things. Focus on this. Is it going to focus? Yeah, there we go. Okay, so it does have autofocus. It is working. Let's grab this. One of these. One of these. D70 you got a long time ago set you back. Yeah. They're expensive. The thing is, everything about being a YouTuber, like, although my channel is about cheap electronics, nothing in video production that is good quality is cheap. Like, literally, there is nothing. Like these mics, that's the, oh look, it focuses on the mics, nice. This is the cheapest version of these wireless labs you can get. And this was like $150. So there's nothing cheap in video production. I mean, what does Creative Cloud cost every year? Like, is it $40 a month times 12 months? Sorry about the mic noise. Gonna make some more. There we go. You know, everything's expensive. All right, need to get some stats up for the DNN Tech stuff. Screen. Uh, 5 volt and 3.3. Parallel connection up to 16 buttons. 6-wire cable. I need to write this down or else I'm not going to be able to do it. Couldn't figure out how to do what you wanted. Oh no. I'm very used to Nikon at this point, so if you need some help, let me know. Nikon has been my primary shooter for a long time. I was into photography before I was into YouTube. So, yeah. I can help you with whatever. All right, so let's use... Okay. So, DNN Tech from Slovakia, right? Yeah, Slovakia. Okay, so it's I squared C TTL of 5 volts and 3.3, whoops, 3.3 volts. Up to 16 buttons, 6-wire cable, micro match, connectors, WS28112, up to 8mm distance, adjustable sensitivity, 1, 2, 4, 8 millimeters. Dual interrupt pins. Adjustable I squared C address from 1 to 127. button status via I2C or int1 pin and configuration stored internally. Tiny. Okay, I think that's the gist. It's going to be a short video. Believe that is the gist. All right, so let me focus on one of these. You joined me today extremely zoomed in because I am here to show you this tiny little device. This was sent to me by a viewer. I don't know if the viewer wants to be named, but his company is DNN Tech. This is a product available on Tindy. I'll link in the description below. But what this is this is an I2C touch button. And not only is it a touch button, but it's a touch button equipped with a WS2812 LED in the middle, and it has configurable I2C address and a massive range of up to 8 millimeters if you'd like, and it's really easily usable with Arduino and Arduino alikes. So this thing is pretty cool. Let's take it for a little bit of a test drive. Yeah, I did get the focus working. So let's see which one I've got here. So this is the one that we've programmed. Oh, shit. You guys aren't on screen. I blame somebody else. Sorry about that. All right. So this is the one that we've programmed. And so I will work on this one. Yes, mic is plugged in, thank you. So these things plug in with these little ribbon cable connectors, which is neat. It's the type that just clamp onto the cable there. And there's a 6-wire cable, but in principle you only need 4. You need power, which is 3.3 or 5 volts, your choice, and ground, and then you need your I2C connections. That's 2 of them. But in fact, the I2C is just needed for the initial program. Everything is saved in memory, so that's pretty neat. You'll see the cable here has a little bit of a little nubbin, and that fits in a little hole down here on the device. So you get focus to catch up. There we go. And so you can just put this in one way, like that, and then this thing is now lit. And so if we go into the front, there we go. And then if you touch it, the LED should change color. There we go. A nice blue. Now, this is actually plugged into a microcontroller, so the no-touch color is already adjusted. So that's why you're seeing a green here. But then when you touch, it goes blue. And then if I plug in the second one, See if I can focus on that. See, it's a nice red. Touch it, and it is a green. Letting the camera catch up. So there we go. Pretty neat thing. And all that's connected right now is an RP2040 0. And I've got some example code running. And I'm only using essentially 4 wires. These 2 wires are just interrupt pins, and that's it. And these 2 are for the I2C. So really, the 3.3 volt and ground is all you need to get this working. A little bit chaotic with the focus there, but that's okay. Now, the only downside to these touch switches is that there are no examples included with them. If you go take a look at the Tindy page, it shows you how to use, like, what the command to send is, and then what you expect to receive. But for someone like me who's not well versed in code, that's really not something that I can work with. So I have sent ChatGPT onto the Tindy page to read out the commands, and I've had it generate a whole bunch of examples that I will link down below. It's on a GitHub, and that is a practical example to do each one of the features available to these boards. So that is to set the no touch color, to set the touch color, to check the button status, to change the I2C address, etc. So all those example codes are on my GitHub, linked down below, and it should be enough to get you going with this thing and add it into your projects. I had it going on my live stream where it would randomly generate a color every time you touch it. Want to see? All right, so that's done. I'm going to put in my code for the random color thing, and then I'll either you know, put it up with it or whatever. Yeah, so 5 things. If I go open recent, touch button, should be able to put this in boot mode like that. This should run. And upload. All right, let's go and plug this in. Was it 4 and 5? The colors I keep forgetting. This power and ground, and the I2C should be 4 and 5, I think. It's not working. It's not generating my random color. 0, 1, 2. Yeah, it's because I'm on the wrong I2C bus lines. There we go. Interesting. A lot of the lawn companies, by the way, are now going to battery tools because, again, it doesn't disturb their clients so much. Oh, nope. So here we are with my demo program running, and I'll touch. As you can see, every time I touch, it gives you a random color. I think it has a random brightness as well. Been a little bit since I coded it, and sorry it's focusing on my finger there. But yeah, there we go. So it gives you a random color every time you touch. And if I'm able to do this, that means you should be able to do this. So I hope you found this useful. Go check out the link below and support a small time creator and buy some of these boards if you think they're really interesting. I think they're worth a second look. Thanks for watching. I think they're worth taking a look. Thanks for watching. Will it be the world's highest class video? I don't think so, but I think it sets off to do, it does what I set off to do. I think the most important is I wanted to provide the example codes. So that's good. So now people will be able to buy this and use the examples. I probably should take some thumbnail photos before wrapping everything though. All right, let's put this. Put this back here. So this is my old YouTubing camera, and it's a D3300. In fact, all of my cameras that you'll see around here that I use for YouTubing, they're all used. I haven't bought a single brand new one. My first camera I bought new, but it was a D3000, and I regret that because it was a piece of shit. When you learn guitar, they tell you buy the most expensive guitar that you can afford, because then it retains more of its value in the long run. So if you don't like it, you get actually a return on your money, not like a positive return, but you get something back, something sellable. It's the same thing with photography. Since I bought the D3000, which is a piece of shit, nobody wanted it. So I got like barely any money back. If I would have just bought a used, better quality camera, I would have been in better shape. Okay, let that charge a little bit. However, if you are, you'll have a souvlaki wrap. Yes, I would like a souvlaki wrap, please. However, if you're doing YouTube today, if you're listening to this and you want to do YouTube, I would say don't bother with a camera. Use your phone. Your phone is plenty good for doing YouTube videos. This is also it's a lens pen, very useful. I also have like a cleaning tip, but I don't know if this is any good. When you want to get little spots and stuff off your lens. But I think the more important one is this. I feel you, Franco. I need to get rid of some aquariums. I used to be into aquariums. I need to sell them, but I so don't want to go through the process. I just don't want to deal with people, you know? I like being in my little swamp and nobody bothers me. There we go. Blue tack to the rescue. Let's see if we can, oh, we have no SD card. So that doesn't help. You don't want to be disturbed, yeah. The other thing that's hard, because aquariums are big, but I don't want to get people at my house. And if you deliver, then you usually get screwed. Okay, I'm gonna have to go way closer. These are much smaller. So I can get closer. Let's see, get even closer. If I get too close, I don't have enough pixels left for the surrounding thumbnail. This is how close I can get with this lens, but they need to be a little bit further back. I think that's good. For a job that made you get out there and deal with them. Yeah, I worked in customer service for a long time, and yeah, I wouldn't recommend it. Pretty horrible. The shitty part is, as a mechanic, I would take a lot of pride in my work, and unfortunately, I wasn't like the front of house staff. So when people would walk in, they would talk to a service advisor, because I worked at a dealership. Hang on, before I do anything, I'm gonna add a file to this, because I want to get Arduino. I just have to do one thing at a time here, sorry. There we go. Commit changes. Can I add a folder? How does GitHub work? Touch button. Yeah, whatever. People will deal with it. All right, hang on. Now, back to what I was doing the first time. example folder into my videos folder, rename like so, thumbnail, my thumbnail they all from today? Yes, they're all from today. Move there. Delete off there. Yep. Hang on, I'll bring you back in 1 second here. All right. So, what I was saying. Oh, this is not sharp. I need this one. I'm going to cancel this one. Cancel. What I was saying, yeah. So people would walk in, talk to the service advisor, and then the service advisor would, I don't know, God damn it. The service advisor would get all the thanks from the customers. They didn't associate my work with me. They associated with the service advisor. And so it kind of wore on me. Okay, screw it. This is as in focus as we're getting. All right. So it kind of wore on me. And like during Christmas time, they would bring wine and gift cards and all that stuff to the service advisor. Not to me, not to us in the back. They would bring coffee and stuff to the service advisor. And I get that the service advisor was your point of contact, but they're not the ones who took care of your car. It was the tech. So I made sure that I went back. I needed to get a safety check done when I bought my new car. And I was like, I'm bringing stuff for the techs, not for the advisors. Yeah, but it's not shitty of the customer, because the customer doesn't know the difference. The customer doesn't know where, like, they don't understand. They built a relationship with the advisor. So I get it in that sense. They just don't think of us, right? Because we're in the dungeon. There was once I got really upset. So I had a long-term customer that they kept having issues with their cars, and the person who worked on their car and couldn't figure it out, like, kept making them spend money, and they couldn't figure it out. Well, they were sick one day when this customer came in to get his car fixed again, and so they gave it to me. Right, we have like a dealer management software, and you get randomly assigned jobs. So because the person was sick, I'm the one who did it. So I fixed up their car, and I called the correct parts needed. And so they had to come back for me to fix it. When they came back, they brought in 4 or 5 coffees, which is a great gesture. Right? If you get your car serviced and by someone you like, bring them coffee. They brought 4 or 5 coffees. They left it with the service advisor. The service advisor passed the coffees around in the front to the other service advisors, and out of the 4 or 5 coffees that were there, I didn't even get one. Like, I'm the one who freaking saved the reputation of the dealership, right? And I didn't even get a freaking coffee, so I lost my shit. I was so mad. Yeah, of course. Okay, yeah, shitty of the advisor. Yes, you're right. But the other thing you have to understand about all of this shit is that those kinds of businesses, they thrive on being a, advisors versus techs versus parts guys versus sales department. They want that adversarial workplace, because then if any one of them, if the technicians, the advisors, the parts, if anyone is taking advantage of the business owner in any way, any slight advantage, they're going to get told on, right? They're going to be reported to management. And so this is what they wanted. They wanted the employees to argue amongst themselves. Don't forget, there's strength in numbers, right? So, yeah. But yes, I agree. I agree. It's shitty. All right, so I deleted all the background stuff. Now I can crop. 16:9 crop. I mean, it's advantageous for them. Obviously, you lose employees over time, but they don't care. They should care because there's no more skilled labor, but they didn't care at the time, right? Don't forget, the way that it works now is that stuff is managed quarter to quarter. They don't care about yearly profits, they worry about quarterly profits. So yeah, it's a bit brutal. But pretty much all businesses now are run quarter to quarter. Promote self-interest. Yeah. Yeah, loyalty is pretty shit, but it is what it is. The sad truth is that most mechanics, technicians, technically we were not mechanics, we were technicians at the dealership because we were factory trained, and there's a couple things that made us technicians over mechanics. And the thing is that people in the trades tend to not be intellectuals. Really intelligent people, for the most part in automotive at least, I can say, because you kind of have to be. So you'll find a lot of like intelligent people, but you won't find a lot of intellectuals. Nobody with like You won't find a lot of people with very broad and formal type intellect. You'll find a lot of people that are very good at problem solving, like extremely good at problem solving, some of them. But you won't find like a book nerd that often. And so concepts like unionization, they are very against it. a lot of, yeah. So critical thinking skills, yeah, lots of problem solving, lots and lots of problem solving. That's kind of all. That's your whole job as a mechanic. You know, there are some bad mechanics that don't have problem solving skills, but at some level they have some. Not much critical thinking. I think you're correct there. Because my mentality was always it should be the employees working with the employer, and failing that, the employees against the employer, right? Because in one sense, if the employer doesn't want to help us out, then we should be able to get what we want from them by other means, right? By force, if we need to. The employer, like, we need the employer. They're the ones who signs our paychecks, but they need us. You know, every time I was earning an hour's worth of labor to my paycheck, the employer was earning something like 4x. Let me see, 6x what I was earning. Now, obviously, they had costs too, but like, you know what I mean? It's kind of that it is what it is. Save. Thumbnail. There we go. I just noticed something. There's a 0 ohm resistor here. So they couldn't run a trace over. It had an intersecting trace. Really not that happy with these images because it's not super sharp, but I think when you look at it on this size, it's not too bad. It is what it is. That's good. I'm glad they look good to you. All right, so it is 10:40. So I could edit this. I don't feel like editing this. Yeah, for a thumbnail should be fine. I'm a little bit, I get into my own head a little bit. Should we prototype something with our remaining time? I've been looking to do a PCB on thinking, what was it again? It's in my boxes, so I can find it. Ugh. No, not microcontroller based. Oh yeah, temperature. Yeah, perfection is the enemy of getting it done. That's what I always say. So is this, okay, hang on a sec. Is this a temperature sensor? GYBM, I think this is a gyro. GYBM. Let's take a look. Oops. Pressure and temperature. No, this is a temperature sensor. Yeah, temp humidity. Look at you go. Okay, so does this... My God, I have so many Arduino sketches open. Okay, let me ask new. Please don't make a sketch, but instead just answer this question. Is it possible to have a GYBM sensor, DHT11 sensor, DHT22 sensor, and what's the other one? This one looks like a hold on. Dallas 18B20. Give me, I need my magnifying glass. I just played the same board. They didn't work. A couple of you couldn't get it to work. Huh. Interesting. 18B20. Dallas. Dallas 18B20 sensor, all working at the same time, displaying their value onto an OLED using a Raspberry Pi Pico. Yes, you can get all of them working. Okay, I squared C. The OLED usually I squared C, that's fine, you can run both. DHT11 and 22, each needs a single GPIO pin in its own driver timing library. They don't share a bus. You just assign them different GPIOs. You can use both simultaneously. Use the one-wire bus, only needs one GPIO pin plus a pull-up resistor. You can run one or many on the same pin. OLED I squared C. DHT sensors are fussy with timing. You need to pull them carefully. Updating all sensors too quickly might cause slowdowns. Simple loop with delays usually avoids problems. If you can make a sketch that has them all displaying to I squared C OLED on your and it compiles first try, you get a gold star. Give her. Oh my God, look at all these freaking... Well, let's see if it does work. New sketch. I'm going to save it as over here. Save as. New folder. RP 2040 all temp sensors. All temp. All right, let's see. Okay, so libraries. Wire is good. GFX I have. Yeah, Adafruit GFX. SSD 1306. I have. Yep. Adafruit sensor. Just sensor. Oh my God. Is it Sensor Lab? Let's go ask GPT. Unified sensor. Okay. You know what? I'll just copy these. If I go this way, grab this guy, go this way. Okay, let's start from the beginning. Let's see, BME 280. Install. Install all. We'll see if it actually frickin' installs, because this IDE blows at installing libraries. All right, next, unified sensor. Okay, got it. SSD 1306, copy. Installed. GFX. Installed. Installed. I mean, this is the first one that comes up, so. Okay. Does it compile? I'll be impressed if it compiles. Also, I don't know what the address of the screen is. Exciting stuff, compiling. By the way, is anybody coming? Oh, one like. I think it was myself, though. Oh, someone reposted it. Oh, yes. Gerald, you're the man. Oh, you also liked it. I need that dopamine hit. Oh, it compiled. It compiled. Okay. We are sending it. Let's yeah, let's repurpose one of our Pi Picos. This one here. Hopefully the GPIOs are proper. I'm hyped. I don't think it's going to work, but we're going to try. Do I have another USB-C cable? I must, right? USB-C is not the one in short supply in my workshop. All right. Oh, stupid USB. All right. So Pi Pico screen. Here it goes. So first things first, we're going to connect an OLED. And see what we get. It's done uploading. Okay. All right. Let's connect the OLED. And see what happens. So I need to pull one of these Dallas things out. You found what? Like so. OLED. You know what? This one already has the OLED wiring. Hey, how's it going, ITT? It's like saying hello to LTT every time. Well, welcome to the land of the living. Okay, so first things first. Will this thing connect to the OLED or not? Oh, okay. So it compiles, but because the OLED's not big enough, it doesn't display everything. You see that? So what if we try, I have a little bit higher end OLEDs. If I can find it. Now I don't know if they're higher resolution, but they're larger. No, not the cheap yellow displays. Where is my... my big ass OLEDs? Where are they? 5 p.m. Well, color me jealous. I think my days of sleeping in until 5 p.m. are long behind me. So where did I put my fancy OLED displays? It's not in here. I don't think so. Oh, you had a migraine. Well, that sucks to hear. Sorry about that. Seriously now, where the hell? Okay, you know what? Let's not worry about that right now. Let's not worry about it, and the reason why we don't have to worry about it is because we have one item, the BME 280, that can be read, and the DHT 11. So I believe this is the DHT 11. I just don't know which pins go where. Oh, that sucks. Hopefully you live in a civilized country that gives you time off. Because I know it's not always the norm. So let's grab 3v3. Hopefully we're not going to fry the sensor. Ground. And then what GPIO was it again? I don't remember. Can I see? So this DHT 11, pin 2. Something went a little nuts. Nope. It's not working anymore. Okay, so still showing here, but I'm not getting any reading. I think this is a DHT 11. This is a 22. No, this is an 11. Oh no. that must be a 22. Yes, why not? Okay, so this is a DHT11. So I sprung to get a bunch of the better quality sensors, it seems. Let's check the pinout for the DHT11. Okay, VCC data ground. VCC data not connect ground. So VCC, you read some sensor needs to warm up. Yeah, it's possible. We're going to find out. VCC data not connect ground. We get nothing. Let me reset. I don't remember which one's a reset. That's boot. This is reset. I don't know if that's actually resetting, so let's reset it manually. Still nothing. VCC should work at 3.3. So I think this is official. This is not working. Pin 2, 0, 1, 2. So this is definitely not reading. Oh, that could be my fault. I'm in ground here. I connected power and ground to ground. Oh my God. I don't know how well you can tell. It is reading. 24.4 C. Oh, it failed over. There we go. 24.3 C, 55% humidity. Let's heat it up. Humidity is going up, temperature not so much. 25.9. It is working. How's it going, JB? $27, 30 degrees. It is working. Oh, gonna burn my fingers. 43 degrees. So that does work. This thing is hot now. Okay, so DHT 11 works. That means essentially this code is not great. But I think what I'm going to have to do is one video per sensor. So I think this is a DHT22. and that's a DHT11. So I've got those two. Then I've got that BME 280 sensor or whatever. This guy. Oh no, wait, that's the Dallas one, and then the other one's on my desk. So we essentially can make 4 videos out of these. Yeah, every code that works is fine. Definitely. So we can essentially plan a DHT22 video, DHT11 video. This I never remember the name. GYBM280. And then a Dallas, the 1-wire sensor, whatever this is again, 18B20. So there we go. So this is going to be a great little series of videos. We still need to wait for, you know what? We could have done this PCBWay video today if it wasn't for Johnny Bergdahl. Because Johnny convinced me to put the Stemma QT connectors on, and they haven't arrived in the mail yet. And this thing is so useful because this guy has an I2C address, so we need to scan it. So yeah, fantastic. Well, I think I might try to work independently on this, but I think the goal is going to be to make a video on each one of these sensors using the RP2040 0, which is great. Or maybe make, I don't know, should I make one video comparing them? Hang on a sec. I need a poll. Start a poll. Videos about temp sensors. One video per sensor. One video comparing them all. Both options together and view. Yeah. Add options. I don't watch. I won't watch either. Okay, so please respond to this poll, like thinking about the popularity of these videos. Don't think that you just want more videos. Think about who would actually watch them. So, one video per sensor, one video comparing them all, doing one video per sensor and one video to compare them all, or you're not interested in sensor videos. And keep in mind that the issue is it will take me forever to do these individual videos. I don't know if they're going to be okay for like the general audience. Think of the general audience that watches my YouTube channel. Do you think they're going to want a reference video on all of these, or just one video that compares them all? Because I'd be more than happy, I don't have enough OLEDs, but I'd be more than happy to have all of them going at once and seeing what happens. It's 50-50 at the moment. No, it's 25, 25, 50. So right now the number one option is make a shit ton of videos. So, yeah, I don't know. The thing is, if I make these videos, I'll have to space them out like big time. I won't be able to post all 4 in a short span, because people will be sick of them. It's going to be hard to make something interesting for all of them. Yeah, one long video. We'll see. You know what? Maybe I will put that poll. Maybe I'll put that poll to my YouTube community page, and we'll see what happens. Because stuff like this pulse sensor, like, I think that's interesting enough to make a single video for just that. Like, this thing is really cool. Again, it's I²C. And then there's a little sensor. See that? I mean, I trust you guys, but the thing is, you guys are 4. And if I make a video for only 4 people, then that's a little heartbreaking. By the way, YouTube tells me I can earn 17 to 25% more if I turn on mid-roll ads on my latest video. I went to check how much my latest video made. It made something like $1. So it's like, thanks. I will gladly make 26 cents or whatever. By the way, Johnny, did you end up sending the package? I'm just curious if Canada exists as a country or not. Let's see how much money my last video made. This analytics, yeah, it made 71 cents. Thanks, YouTube. Our mail still works fine. Yeah, so far. I don't know about Swedish mail though. Well, I think I'll call it a day here. I'll see if there's clear examples of the DHT stuff and this I²C one. And maybe I'll work on that. But this is a challenge for a different day. I don't know if you've seen these. These are the gas sensors. And they're all different. Oh God. Do they even say which ones they are? Because I know these gas sensors have different operating. Oh, there you go. MQ9. MQ2. MQ6. MQ5. MQ8, MQ3, MQ7, I can't read this. I think it's MQ4 and MQ135. So all sorts of different gas sensors, and I wonder if someone made a library for them. SHT 45. That's supposed to mean like shit. But anyways, I think we'll call it a day here. I'm gonna probably work on this independently, especially since I have the coding bug. Please, please, everyone, let me just link my Blue Sky. I'm gonna end the poll. Yeah, you guys want all the videos. That is surprising to nobody. Go onto my Blue Sky and follow my journey through learning coding, please, because I need you guys to keep me honest. I need you guys to support me. High precision temp sensor. Okay, good to know. So yeah, go onto my Blue Sky and congratulate me for coding, but mostly is keep asking me about it so that I keep doing it. So far, 4 days in a row. I want to do more, but they say to take a break. So, all right, have a good one, guys. Catch you on the next one. Probably going to be Friday.